Sunika has joined.
Where can you see all these people?
Live, YouTube live.
YouTube live. Okay.
Yeah, we are live now.
Yes. Go ahead. Good evening, people. We are starting the YouTube live for the LCM course of 2023, and this is based on the queries sent by the participants. Most of those who have registered for the examination. So the questions and the queries are regarding exams, but we also can have other queries if we can get them on the YouTube live. So let's begin. So over to IIT Bombay. Can you read out the questions one by one and then we'll try to answer? We have Jayakrishnan from IIT Madras, and we also have one of the discussion forum moderators, Abhishek, live with us, and we'll try to, all of us will try to answer as per our various point of views. Okay, Vishwas, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Samir sir. This is IIT Bombay studio. Uh, this is the last YouTube live discussion, I think, for our learners who have registered for exam. And in the mail also, we have told them and informed them that this discussion will be exam oriented, and any type of query which are important for the exam perspective, they can raise in this YouTube live session. So we have got 5 to 6 different questions, and those are really very valid questions. We can start with those questions. Before that, I just introduce Professor JK from IIT Madras, NPTEL IIT Madras, Professor Samir from IIT Gandhinagar, Abhishek, who is one of our discussion forum moderator. Uh, so, shall we begin with the first question then?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead, Vishwas.
Okay. Uh, so first question is Tushar Patle is asking that if we need to incorporate some changes in the existing learner-centric MOOC, then which instructional system design would be appropriate and why?
So I think he's asking about this very course, is it?
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So
this very course, but replicated at this at the different location, different context, maybe.
if that is the thing, then probably the answer itself is about the strategy that we have kind of professed in the course, which is the learner-centric strategy. As we have said time and again in multiple places, this is not a standalone or a unique strategy. It is a combination of multiple strategies. It has taken its inspiration from various things such as active learning, cognitivist approach, behaviorist approach, constructivist approach. So there are, you can see traces of various techniques here. Uh, so it's a combination. And again, like we have mentioned in many of our descriptions and explanations, that this is a prescriptive model. So it's exactly works like a medical prescription. So we have a dosage and then we have to monitor the patient and see what happens. Right. So, and it can change after, like, that is how doctors tell you that, okay, come back and meet me after 3 days of the dosage, and then we will take a call on whether to change the prescription. So I think this process is already on. There are many people who are using LCM model and adopting it as it is, adapting it slightly to match their requirements. And in fact, I'm very happy to share one of the person who has done that is right with us right now, Abhishek. So Abhishek is offering a course on an independent platform. And I was just talking to him and I asked him that you are a discussion forum moderator of LCM course. So which of the element have you tried uh, in the content that you are creating for the course? And to which he said, I am trying almost all of them. So maybe, Abhishek, can you tell me which part of LCM model uh, is the easiest to adopt and which is the most difficult to adopt probably? So yeah, that will give us a, and you can also try and tell us the subject that you are trying to create so that now listeners will get the perspective of like what happens for a particular subject. Over to you, Abhishek.
Yes, sir. So the courses I make, they mainly deal with political science. So the present course I'm doing is on political analysis. So I think the hardest thing to incorporate in from the LCM model are, of course, the reflection spot questions. You need to make sure that you don't break the flow of the videos and the content. Also keep the videos limited to the attention span of the learners, but at the same time also incorporate this question to keep them engaged. I think it's like juggling a lot of things together. I think that's what makes it the hardest. Coming to easier ones, I think oftentimes I won't say easier, but it is oftentimes fun to see something like learning by doing activities. For us as developers as well, it creates that stimuli, that you are doing something creative with providing these activities to the learners. And I think that is the fun part. I won't say it's easy, but it is fun.
Oh, great.
And Abhishek, I wanted to ask whether it is a political science alone or a political science and international relations.
So my major is international relations, so it includes both political science and international.
Okay, good, good, nice.
You can also explain slightly more than this. Like, for example, how long is the course? What are the kind of, what is the structure of that? How many weeks? How many videos? How many LBDs? Like, how have you managed to get all these things? I'm simply amazed. By the way, let me tell you in the beginning itself that I have not seen students applying that. I'm saying students deliberately here because of the fact that so we don't normally address participants of this course as students simply because most of them are teachers already and we avoid the word student. But here is a case where Abhishek is a student regularly having an iCard and studying political science in a college. So it's very interesting to see how he has taken it up to adopt it. So yeah, can you give some more specifics about it? You can also advertise your course on this platform, no problem. If people want to check another LCM course, they can do it.
Yes, sir. So, firstly, it's the platform. The platform is Thinkific, which I'm using. So, it's a 4-week course. So, it is a general, the course is called Introduction to Citizen Political Analysis. So, this course basically, the content of it deals with how, common day-to-day citizens can, enter the field of political analysis and analyze certain situations to make informed choices as citizens. So that's the idea behind the course. And each week we are having three to four, like depending on the introduction video, we are having 3 to 4 videos per week, and it's about 2 hours of course content per week. So far, we have now in 2 days we'll be releasing our second week. We have already entered the first week. And another interesting thing about this project, like this course is a project-centric course. So in the 4 weeks, we'll be training them to how to the basics of political analysis and political writing as well. And after that, we'll be having a project under which students will be sending us, write-ups of their how they have incorporated the skills they have learned from this course, and how they have translated into analyzing a political situation and writing about it. That's the end of this course.
Okay, one last question. Um, are you also the DFM in that course as well?
Well, yes, sir. So one of my juniors I have hired as a DFM. So there are about only almost 200 participants right now. So I didn't feel the need to hire that many DFMs. So I am one of the DFM and one of my juniors is also a DFM.
Oh, amazing, amazing. Yeah, I think this answers the question. Jayakrishnan, do you want to add anything?
Yeah, first of all, I mean, it's very different when you have a student on the panel and he's giving us gyan about instructional design, right? And that too on a very different course. I mean, domain like political science. So it first of all, it's fantastic. I think see, couple of things that I would really like to learn from you is first of all, how do you choose the amenability of topic? As you said, reflection spots are difficult, but wouldn't spots be a natural thing in political science? Because political theory and all, there are a lot of things to think about. Wouldn't that be an easier thing to do and work on that? So, what are your thoughts on? I mean, the various LCM elements. I mean, I want to first learn and then comment. Yeah.
So when we approach these things, especially reflection spots, when we write a script of a video, we often tend to focus on providing adequate content in the 5 to 10 minutes time which we are given, so that the learners don't zone out. So generally, content-wise, it is pretty obvious that we can actually provide certain reflection spot questions. But again, the flow of the video is also something I focus on. Also, given the fact that I'm into writing, so I'm forced to also pay attention to the flow part automatically, and I think that is a personal hindrance for me to include reflection spots, because I tend to give on examples and add on to certain elements, expand on certain key points, and in all this, there might not be scope for a certain reflection spot at that particular point of time. So in the
In fact,
content at large, it is possible to give a reflection spot, but in specific videos, specific segments, it is hard to often include that regularly.
he also mentioned in his initial answer, which I think in a funny way also summarizes the problem. The one he mentioned was that even if we think of a reflection spot, it is difficult to come back to the original flow of this thing, which is a typical problem of political science anyway. Like it can easily go haywire on and then leave the topic and go on some other direction completely. So I think yeah, that is what it is. But good.
Okay. So can we move toward the next
Yeah,
question?
go ahead. Go ahead.
So same learner is asking, Tushar is asking, how to encourage students for completion of the course. This is very interesting question. And he adds that even if uh, the same course, LCM, which is offered, have very less significant completion rate. So what to do about it? This is a persistent problem.
No, I won't call it persistent problem. In our completion rates have decreased significantly this year, especially. And I and other instructors had a discussion about it, and we kind of diagnosed it as a kind of post-pandemic situation where people are coping up with their overexposure to online learning. So they don't want another MOOC to enroll. They are not really interested in learning in online mode right now because of two reasons. One is that they have option of going offline and meeting people and attending various seminars and lectures, and two, they had a overdose of this thing. They were like sitting in front of computers continuously for 2 years, and now they don't want to spend more time again on this. So these were the
Yeah,
two
screen time is
reasons.
again the issue.
Yeah, so they may have figured out that. Also, the third reason we realized that this is the fifth offering of the course. So from 2017, continuously every January we are offering this course, and therefore the number of people who wanted to register are kind of thinning towards the thing. But that doesn't tell us why number of people who enroll should not complete the course. So yeah, so that question still stands. It's only, I think, these two reasons that we realized. Plus, also, we got some individual feedback from people like this is also the period post-pandemic where many colleges are having various added activities now, which were not there. And in addition to that, something like NAC visit or some other administrative
NBA.
things which are happening there.
Yeah.
So that is kind of taking away time from them. So maybe these are the answers according to us.
Yeah, yeah. And when I said persistent means it was not with the context of LCM, it was with the context of all MOOCs because in one of the LED we explained the problem of funneling. That's right.
Correct.
Yeah.
But then the whole argument was that with LCM we should be able to improve the retention.
Yeah, yeah.
And we were able to do that in our earlier versions. So his question that why it is not happening to LCM course is a legit question that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
But
And even in the previous offerings, we reached up to means we crossed that 10% wala barrier also.
of course, yeah,
Yeah.
very easily.
So that was the evidence. This time we have registered.
JK, we should ask JK whether yes, this is the trend across the courses or it is only LCM course which got lucky or
Yeah.
No,
unlucky.
no. So I think post-COVID, the trends have been very, very skewed towards what do you say, non-participation in general. What we generally see is the students. So there are two aspects to it. One is there have been more number of courses that are being used for credit transfer. So you see a lot more of assignment submissions and other things on those 12-week kind of courses. Whereas the courses like LCM, which are basically for 4 weeks, it contributes to just one credit and is majorly targeting faculty. And there is a question regarding CAS and other kind of things. So this is an FDP, AICT FDP course. So if any, so the major beneficiaries for this particular course are faculty from colleges which are directly coming under AICT, which is basically the technical colleges. Those are the major beneficiaries for course like this. So when you have a narrow kind of target audience, I mean major beneficiary, we are seeing a lot more of drop off. I mean, rather than drop off, it is non-participation. That's something that we have been seeing in many of the NPTEL courses. So, I mean, even with LCM pedagogy, I think I think if there is a general lethargy coming from the participants, and that's what I would say the answer to the person's question on instructional design. I think very thorough motivation of the participants is required, especially when they are coming in a completely online kind of setting. We may not be able to, even with the best content design, if the participant motivation is absent, yeah, you may see this kind of behavior across.
There is also more to it. Like for example, uh, during 17, 18, 19, these 3 years, when online course creation was something like a untouched area for many people,
Yes.
changed suddenly during 2021, 22, where each and every person created online course, whether they
Yes.
like it or not. So now suddenly, and it was also very surprising that all these courses were 100% learner centric because there was no choice for people to skip the course. So attendance was mandatory, whether it was muted microphones and cameras not showing the video. Still, you could get attendance, and people were attending these videos. So obviously it has lost its importance probably. Like what learner centricity are we talking about? I think that is where I feel is the gap. Okay,
Yeah,
let's
I
move
think,
to the next one.
yeah. So I think one small thing that as a course team we have to rethink is what is the new version of LCM in a
Exactly.
post-COVID world. I think that's
Yes,
something that we will have to revisit and then come up with a much more better course. I think that's
sure.
what we should be doing.
Yes.
So On the line of accreditation and NAG and NBA, which Samir sir has mentioned, one learner, Hari, is asking, is this Swayam MOOC course is equivalent to one refresher course applicable for UGC CAS regulation?
No, it is not equivalent to refresher for sure. Simply because I
So
think it is.
yeah, so specifically with UGC have never approved this as an FDP. I mean, none of our courses have been approved as an FDP by UGC at this moment. Only AICTE has approved it. But again, see, the interpretation will vary from college to college, I think. So you can, I mean, submit the certificate and see whether it is being considered as eligible or not. Because many a times, I think there is one, I mean, your local university may also take a conscious decision, because this is a Swayam course at the end of the day. So that is something that you can actually, because Swayam is useful for credit transfer. It has not been mentioned for faculty development by UGC at this moment.
I remember AICTE approved it, and one of the accreditation body means said yes that we can consider this as a faculty development program.
NAC considers it. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, NAC considers these as FDPs. But I mean, see, the CAS is basically career advancement. I don't think
CAS is not right. I
yeah,
agree.
so
It is not
does
CAS.
not. Yeah, UGC does not currently consider it for career advancement.
Okay. So moving to the next question, Shrikant is asking, is there any unified resource for MOOC creation and implementation along with the material you have provided?
So the unified material is our content creation. What do you say? I mean, all our constructors are our unified materials, if you ask me. And of course, the website is there, which is where we are trying to unify all the related materials.
Maybe
Yeah,
here
I
they're
think,
asking, is there any already curated tool which takes 4 type of component and orchestrate them and give some
No,
suggestions like
yeah,
automation?
yeah.
it could be that. Yeah.
Sudarshan is raising his hand. Sudarshan, do you have any input?
Yeah, I would like to add here um, that as far as a tool for creating, any MOOC any LCM element, yes, we do have. It is under process and by one of our team members, and it can be shared in due course of time. There is a tool for LED creation.
Okay. But the question is about a unified resource altogether to curate or create a MOOC.
Yeah, I think the answer what JK said is correct, that our website is the place where you'll find unified solution, and website has constructors which can be used for that.
Correct.
Let's go
So,
next.
yeah, same learner is asking how many MCQs will be there. Some factual and technical questions are there, so we need to answer. So
Okay, so first of all, we will not be divulging any question paper template in this particular session, though it is meant for quiz learners. So the biggest tip, I think there is also a question in YouTube by Ansama Joseph regarding tips for exams. The biggest tip is just make sure that you understand each of the modules, I mean, each of the elements and its definitions very well. Take examples from our own course, I mean, our own materials, and understand what all would be LED, what all would be LBD, what all would be LXT, what all would be LXI. I mean, if you just understand it thoroughly, you don't have to go anywhere else. Just, I mean, all our questions are based on these 4 elements plus orchestration. Nothing else is being asked in our exams.
It's a very hard exam to fail. That much I can tell you.
Exactly. I mean, we would want to invite the people who failed in our exams to come
Yeah,
over
that
and
much I
sit
can
with
tell
us.
you, like it's a real hard exam to fail. But
Yeah.
yeah, if you just go through the content available on the course itself, I think that should be sufficient.
Yeah, and actually it answers the next question, which is regarding is there any question bank to practice the question? Means the whole course and its orchestration.
All the quizzes are the question banks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. Moving
And
to
something very specific to LCM. I think LCM is almost antithesis to the larger idea that if I have a question bank, I'll be able to pass the exam. I mean that is not the point of doing an LCM course. The point of doing LCM course, it gives you confidence. It gives you enough confidence to distinguish between good online instructional design versus moderate or can be improved kind of online instructional designs. And once you again, exams are just one. I mean, at the end of the day, the purpose of exam is to uh, it will not test you on very higher order thinking skills related to course creation. It is just lower order thinking skills that we are looking at in the exams. So it will not be so heavy like what Professor Samis said. It will be absolutely difficult to fail the exam. I mean, you have to go there, sit, and not even attempt. Purposefully attempt all the incorrect options. That's how you can fail this exam.
Resist your urge to click on the right answer is very tough.
okay. I think the point which JK sir has mentioned that it is almost designed for the lower order thinking skill like recall, understand, and apply. It answers the next question by Raseja. Uh, he or she is asking, is it necessary for us to prepare prescribed journal and video in the final exam as part of LXI? No.
Yeah, no. So, Praseja, the answer is no.
Okay. Next question is by Hari. No, that is taken. Sorry. Next question is by Ashwini. What would be the nature of this exam? Nature means I think they are asking the
So
open-ended.
it's a multiple choice online exam. It's a multiple choice online exam.
Yeah.
See,
Containing
yeah.
MCQs and MSQs as appeared in AQs and KQs.
Yeah, this is important. What Vishwa said, it will be MCQs and MSQs also. So most of the people who have lost marks are because they did not click on the all correct answers.
Correct.
So they just got fraction of marks because of that. So this is where only people have lost their marks probably.
Yeah.
Not by answering wrong things, but not selecting all the correct options. So just be sure of to read the question properly, where we have said like select all the possible correct answers, or uh, select the correct answer, or so whatever is written in the instruction has to be read very clearly. Only that is the only tip we can give you.
Correct.
Yeah. So basically, another thing that you have to notice, the way MSQs are evaluated by NPTEL. Even if you write one wrong answer, the entire question will get 0 marks. So what is more important is not to select the wrong answer. Like what I said, I mean, if you purposefully select the wrong answer, then you will get 0 marks for that question. That is the only case where you are going to what do you say, fail the LCM exam. And the exam is
Yeah.
only for 50 marks. It is not for 100 marks. It is for 50 marks. Okay.
Yeah. And thank you, JK sir, for clearing this from the NPTEL grading perspective, because some queries were raised on discussion forum regarding that I have answered some of the correct answer in MSQ. Still, I am not getting a partial marks like 0.66 and all that. So this is very important that if you answer at like even one wrong answer, then one wrong option, then whole question will be considered as like a 0 marks. Thank you. So next question by Ram Sara. Question is it mandatory to learn all the LXT given in the course for final exam?
No. It is not mandatory. That is the whole idea of LXT, because you will have multiple threads going on. So there will not be questions on various LXTs. If you have only read about one LXT per week, that's sufficient for getting the quiz scores for that week. So they won't be added to the final quiz paper, the question paper.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we have to understand, like it's the title itself suggests, it is about designing learner-centric MOOCs. So it's about the design part. So answering the questions about learner-centric MOOC is only part of the game for enabling a certificate. So yeah, you have to take it in that sense.
Correct. So this is the end of a question in the sheet, but we can take up any other point. Abhishek has raised hand.
Yeah.
Yes,
Go
Abhishek.
ahead, Abhishek.
Yes, sir. So there was a question and discussion forum today morning. It was a person called Anthony Gomes, and he stated that how he wanted to attend the exam, but he couldn't due to a personal. I think he was traveling or something in that those particular dates, and he was asking if there is another alternative date in which he can give the exam. How the
No,
process is.
I don't think so that is allowed. Uh, because it happens online on the same date, same time. Only option given to people is to select the place where they want to do it from. But apart from that, and that also I think is only done once. So once you enter your choice of place where you want to attend, you cannot change that also either. So and because these dates are advertised from the day the course is announced, it is expected that this would be definitely kept into mind when you are planning. Of course, unforeseen things is something that you cannot. And I know many people who have not been able to uh, attend the exam because of some or the other reason. And but I am also happy to comment here about one such person from Education Media Research Center, Pune, where she participated in the entire course wholeheartedly, along with her colleagues who were also taking the course. Only unfortunate part was when towards the end of the course she was not well or and had met with an accident and could not pay the fees on time, and therefore lost the chance to appear for the exam, while the entire group working with her got the certificate. I am happy for the fact that when she was uh, kind of supervising a video production of a recent course in the domain of psychology, she made it a point to reach out to the instructors of the course, and she completed the course videos, 40 videos for that particular course on psychology, which is created for UGC, and every video has a reflection spot in it. So it's ironical to see like the person who could not get a certification and is not even an instructor has implemented the ethos of learner-centric MOOC model, learner centricity, let us say, in the course. While we often come across people who have completed the course and never apply that. So yeah, so this can be a interesting thing. But yeah, I am very happy to see what Prajakta at EMRC Pune has done for this effort. Also, I wanted to announce at this point, some people in the discussion forum had suggested that they would like to create a script for a LED and create a LED of their own. And Sudarshan had taken a lead in creating a WhatsApp group for such people. We have, I think, 15 people there who had requested LED creation. Uh, we would look forward to their creations, and if we find them interesting, and worthy, then we'll definitely try to post them on the LCM website as a exemplar material in the respective subject. So yeah, this is just a short announcement. Even Abhishek, you can send some of your LEDs to us, and we'll see if yeah we can understand political science that way, and then figure out if we can also keep them as exemplar.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Along
sir.
with that,
Yeah.
Abhishek, you go.
Yes, sir. So I would like to add on to what you have said. This year, I believe that there is a new provision within NPTEL where if you have attempted the question, like attempted the course this particular year, you can give the exam next year as well, right? Just a clarification.
Yeah, so the person who is traveling right now and not able to come for the exam can opt for that option. Like uh, wait for next year's exams and then give it out. So yeah, probably.
And just to add on, I think Samir sir, you have already mentioned that somebody who has completed assignments in this term can actually register for exams in the next offering of the course as and when it happens. So that facility is already provided by NPTEL.
So there is one compliment from Sidhu in the chat, his learner, that he's saying that he's seeing 3 live session for 4 week course first time. I think he's a frequent learner on the NPTEL.
So, I mean, Sidhu, if you are not aware, we are also having a PMRF initiative through which every week we are conducting live sessions in most of the NPTEL courses now. I mean, this has come as a result of us doing a lot of live sessions in LCM courses till now.
So just to give you background, Sidhu is a veteran in the courses, and he was very much part of the FDP series when it was offered from IIT Bombay X as a part of T10 KT.
Okay. Anything else from DFMs or instructors?
So if there is nothing from YouTube live chat box, and also we have kind of answered most of the form questions.
Yeah.
Right. So I think, yeah, we can only wish everyone all the best. Don't even try to fail the exam because it's very hard. And I can, may the force be with you. That's
Yeah.
all I can say.
There was one some technical query on the discussion forum that when learners will get the admit cards. So maybe JK said that.
It will be shared couple of days prior to the exam dates. I mean, the hall tickets are being issued. The exam partner is allocating centers for few exception candidates. And we should be getting it in next couple of days, typically. Akshay, you used to get it some 3 to 4 days before the exam, right?
So
Abhishek?
Yeah,
Yes.
Abhishek. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I remember us getting a few almost around a week before the exam, like 5 days to a week.
Yes, that week we will get. Exam week we will get.
yeah, at least
So,
5 days
I mean,
before.
I did a double check. So it's going to
Yes,
come
yes.
in the next 3 to 4 days.
So there is one recent question by SMA Joseph in the YouTube chat that regarding 25% of average of best 3 assignments out of total means 4, we have this AQ, KQ and RQs. How this evaluation is done?
I think the formula is already there. Vishwas, I mean, so there was somebody who had created a Excel template for this. It might be good idea to share the Excel template with learners via the discussion forum itself. Somebody has actually put up an Excel template where they can enter the marks of AQ, KQ, and it will automatically calculate. So the 70%, 20%, and 10% split up. So that is what is a weekly assignment is.
Okay. So she's saying also that they have got exam center allocation and admit card will be sent soon.
Yeah, the admit cards is another 2 to 3 days. Only the allocations have happened now. So
Yeah.
we expect it to happen in the next 2 to 3 days.
Yeah. I think that's all, sir.
Okay. So yeah, Professor Samir had to just step out for a minute. So generally for general advice for all the exam writers, just go through each elements more carefully. There isn't, I mean, we don't have any googlies in your exams. Just make sure that you answer only the correct ones. Like I said, there are several questions which will be in an MSQ. So in MSQ, the evaluation is done. Any wrong answer is going to give you a 0 mark. So be very careful when you write answers to MSQ questions. If you take care of these particular steps, you will be that will be more than sufficient to do a very good LCM exam. So all the best to all the learners who are writing exams.
Yeah. That's the final message. Yeah, and learners can anytime raise their query on the discussion forum. We will be addressing those queries from discussion forum, no issues. Till the date of exam, you can raise your query, no problem.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Okay, then. Signing off. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.